The man had just opened his eyes and saw the stunning woman who saved him. She had everything, the face, the body, his literal dream girl, and just like that, they fell into each other's arms, but something started to feel off. Turns out, this was the real last woman on Earth. She was not what he imagined, but Phil had no choice but to accept reality. At first, he thought having a woman around would make life better, but Carol was nothing like him. She actually stopped at stop signs. At Home Depot, she parked in the lines. She even cleaned up all the trash at Phil's place. Phil couldn't take it. He snapped and dumped her back in the wild. But the next day, Carol showed up at his door, moved in next door no less. She was very straightforward. She wanted to repopulate Earth with him. Phil, being the smug little gremlin he is, scoffed. You ever heard the phrase, "I wouldn't have sex with you if you were the last person on Earth"? But Carol was dead serious. She even used the tomatoes she grew as bait. Phil said he wasn't interested, but at night, he sneaked into her garden, devoured those tomatoes like a starving raccoon. They had dinner together. It was actually nice. Then Carol brought up the mission. Phil agreed, saying he'd go shower first. But just as things were about to get real, Carol dropped a bomb. She wanted to get married first. Phil flipped. Are you kidding me? We're the last people alive and you're still doing this whole wedding thing? I'd rather die out there than marry you. But not even 10 seconds later, Phil backtracked. Okay, fine, we're married. He convinced himself like this. There's no one else left. It's just a piece of paper. Let's get it over with. But Carol took this wedding seriously, planned every detail down to the napkins. Phil only had one job, get a ring. He didn't care, just kept goofing off. Come wedding day, when it was time to exchange rings, Phil admitted he never got one. Carol walked off, furious. This wedding is off. You, sir, deserve to be alone forever. Phil chased her back home, saw all the decorations, realized she'd really put her heart into this. He finally apologized, took her to a jewelry store, smashed the display glass, grabbed a bunch of rings, and the wedding was back on. After that, the baby making began. We'll skip the next 800 words, mostly because Phil himself didn't even know what happened that night. Post-marriage, Carol started adjusting to Phil's chaotic life. Phil slowly warmed up to her too. They played racquetball at home and did dumb, hilarious stuff outside. But one day, while driving, they crashed into another car. Phil was stunned. There's someone else out there? And then, out stepped a blonde bombshell. Phil just shattered inside. Yep, I screwed up. Should've waited.